Hey guys, Tyler here. So for this live stream, I figured I could do like a live reaction to this because I don't have the time, the effort, or the patience to edit a video entirely based upon this whole entire topic. But yes, I found some leaked documents in regards to San Diego, and it's just so sad and pathetic that a school district in San Diego is actually going to have some sort of anti-racist training in regards to the teachers. And so I figure why not do like a video reaction to all of this because honestly, like it's not the first time I heard about this sort of news before. On my channel, I talked about how what happened is that government workers are using the ideas of anti-racism to prove that, of course, they're not racist, even though the ideas are so racist. But without further hesitation, guys, here's like the leaked documents right here. And I'm going to read it all like the stuff that I found on this thread. And so without further hesitation, let's dig in right here. And I'm going to probably like switch the screen right here. So here we go. San Diego Unified School District is forcing teachers to attend white privilege training in which teachers are told, you are racist, you're holding racist ideas, structures, and policies. The leaked documents from the training session will shock you. And of course, let's start with the first one right here. So let us begin with the first document over here. We acknowledge that we met on stolen land taken from indigenous people. I am speaking to you from Kumeyawa land, whatever. I cannot pronounce that name, whatever. We must acknowledge the hidden history of violence against indigenous people and the effort to move towards justice. Now, it's true, like, of course, like the whole entire issue about colonization is true. However, I don't think that people should feel guilty about colonization in the past because what happened in the past was not the fault of the current day white people. Like, current day white people are not the same exact people like from the past. And so this is a sort of kind of like guilt tripping like the teachers and feeling really bad about what they have not done. Yes, it's good to acknowledge history about like what happened with colonization, but to make them feel sad and guilty of that, that's like ridiculous, dude. Come on. Norms and agreements. Share the air, take space, and leave space. Be brave, speak your truth, and listen to others' truths. Be mindful and fully present. Expect to experience discomfort. Allow others to learn about what you know. Respect confidentiality. Take the stories, leave the names. Take care of yourself. Be explicit about race and racism. Avoid and point out coded languages. Effective dialogue requires active listening. Please utilize chat only when it's needed or called upon. Value and luxuries is our interconnectedness. Okay, let's go to the next one. White fragility. Oh my God, here's that word again. Here is that word again that we keep seeing every single last time. White fragility. Oh, how fragile white people are. Like, that's this whole entire idea is based upon that book called White Fragility. And so all of this training that we see right now is based upon this book. Anyway, let's read it. Emotion, racial stress that are stirred when making white people consider racial realities. Guilt, anger, frustration, closed-mindedness, defensiveness prevents us from having a racial dialogue. We have not to build racial stigma from rarely having conversations about race. Turn race into the R word. When you say like the R word, are you like talking about retarded? Because this whole entire thing is like retarded right now. But anyway, the R word. It is a powerful means of white racial control and the protection of white advantage. Let me go to the next one. Okay, let's see. You are racist! In the chat, try to use one word to answer the question. How would this make you feel? Think to yourself, what would you say to someone who tell you this? Oh my goodness. You upholding racist ideas, structures, and policy. In the chat, try to use one word to answer the question, how does that make you feel? Think about yourself. How would you say to someone who tell you this? Well, for starters, if I was like some sort of person and someone just accused me for being racist for no good reason, I too would also be like, on the defense to actually defend myself. I would not call someone racist for no good reason. And so if you were to call me like a racist for no good reason, I'm sorry. I too would be defenseless about, oh my god. It's like all this is so freaking stupid. Like, hold on. Let's go down. Let's go down. White privilege and culture says white people in America hold most of the political, institutional, and economic power they receive advantages non-white groups do not. White culture and white radicalized identity refers to the way that white people, their customs, their culture, and beliefs operate by the standard in which all other groups are compared. Let me go to the next one, see. My ability to strive, not just survive in this country, is being preserved at every level of power without me having to do anything at all. I don't even have to vote. From 2016 to 2017, 10 richest Americans, 100% white. U.S. Congress, 90% white, now 78% white. U.S. governors, 96% white. Top military advisors, 100% white. President and vice president, 100% white. No, that is not true. Hold on for 1 second. 1 second there. Like, not all the presidents have been like 100% white man. Like, Barack Obama is the first black president. Oh my goodness. He was like the first black president, and you're telling me that there was like no black president at all? Okay. The U.S. freedom, 99% whites. The U.S. presidential cabinet, 91% white people. Teachers, 82% white. Full-time college professors, 84% white. People who decide which TV shows we see, 93% white. Which books we read, 90% white. Which news is covered, 85% white. Which music is produced, 95% white. Directed top 100 grossing films, 95% white. Now look, guys, it is very important to know that the demographics of the people in a country also determines like how many people work in something. Most white people, of course, are the majority of our country, right? And so that means that because they're like the majority of the population, of course, they have all these sort of positions. Not to mention, of course, when you try to hire people, at least in my opinion, you should actually hire them regardless of the race and actually hire them based upon qualifications. And so if a person happens to be white and happens to be qualified, obviously that person deserves the job. It also is a question about like personal interests. Like not every single body has the exact same sort of interests. And so when you have this list right here about the amount of white people, like, do you not demographics, bro? Do you not demographics at all? Okay, let me go down. Let me go down here. How to be an anti-racist. Anti-racist. One is supporting an anti-racist policy through their actions or expressing an anti-racist idea. Versus racist. One who is supporting a racist policy through their actions or inaction or expressing a racial idea. Oh my goodness, like, to me, like, there's like no difference between these two words. Like, people who call themselves like the anti-racist right here, they're like the most racist pieces of shit ever. They're like so terrible. And so, like, there was like this one video I saw where it was like woke people versus racist, and there was like practically like no difference at all between the two people. And so naturally, like, it's, it's just so sad. Like, they have to call themselves anti-racist to prove that their ideas are not racist. Let's see. Well, how? Let's see. What can you commit to do? Comfort and examine your white privilege. Acknowledge you feel white fragility happening for you, and slow down so you can listen. Let's see. Listen, learn, and act. Excuse me. Be active. Join and give to the community. Teach others to see their privilege. Oh my goodness. Read and educate yourself. Like every single time. Like every single time. Some sort of person who's like super, super woke says, like, oh, educate yourself. You don't know something, so educate yourself, shit lord. Every single time. It's like, I never seen no one not say that before. Use your privilege. Examine norms and policies in your school and classroom. Learn about the history of other ethnic groups than your own. Let me see, is there anything else? Okay, that's everything, guys. That is very much everything, man. So, to sum up this whole entire training session, right? To sum it all up, all these people are going to try to make white people who are teachers like guilty by association because of what happened. And that's not great. That's not great in the slightest. What people should learn, of course, is history, and not to repeat the history again and again. That's obvious. But to sit here and try to make people feel guilty about something that they have not done, that to me is awful. Really awful. And so Joe Biden, he wants to have the critical race theory back into like the government and everything else. And so I'm not surprised that this is happening yet again. And people keep telling me, like, Tyler, why you keep talking about social justice? Like, you're stuck in 2015, Tyler. It's because of stuff like this. It's because I see stuff like this all the time. And so I have no choice but to talk about this. And so, has 2015 really changed that much, guys? Or it's just like a repeat of what we just see all the time? Who knows? But what do you guys think? Tell me in the comment section down below. And I'll talk to you guys next time.